빛으로 오로 곳곳은 다요스테인슨 우케디에 샤이르 코름 스타요스테인슨 오로 고고겨라디 칠레비 우케디에 샤이르 코름 야다리 칠레비 오로 Con che entrami che crepos o che die shair coro yo che entrami che crepos oro con nostro camar o che die shair coro Thanks very much. It's very windy up here. I think I had a bit. Great stuff. I thought I would do a song in English just to finish off the first part of our set, and it's a song that I wrote about the people of Palestine. And it's called The Olive Branch, and it's written from a perspective of a woman whose family, whose kind of menfolk have been arrested and taken away by the occupying forces. I was lucky to go to Palestine in 2016. And yes, and I was able to see for myself the horrendous things that were going on there. And if I can actually just find my set list and it won't blow away, then I will be able to. There we go. Great. Once upon an olive branch in 1998, to a land deep in conflict, the autumn deals its fate. Peace is a concrete line built to separate, and with this wall between us, the hard times await. Once upon an olive branch, the ravens circle high. Dawn raids at daybreak, the Saracens stand by. Families arrested, tensions reach the sky. Hope slips away from us and darkness is nigh. Leave me to grieve now, the olive branch is broken, and it broke as I shed my tears. Leave me to grieve, give me something to believe in. The second intifada's drawing near. Once upon an olive branch in 1999, 115 homes reduced to just 9. If home is where the heart is, the heart must be blind, as the land disappears in these hard troubled times. Once upon an olive branch there grows a bitter thorn, families evicted and all the neighbours gone, forced into exile, indignity and scorn. The olive branch is twisting, rebellion is born. Leave me to grieve now, the olive branch branch is broken, and it broke as I shed my tears. Leave me to grieve, give me something to believe in. The second intifada's drawing near. Once upon another branch, millennium unfolds as corpses of children lie in the olive groves. Truth is distorted as ethnic cleansing grows, and if this is democracy, I'll take another road. Once upon an olive branch, I hear somebody say, the other side once suffered, now it's gone the other way. All what I'm watching has got its part to play, and those who favour justice can't afford to look away. Leave me to grieve, now the olive branch is broken, and it broke as I shed my tears. Leave me to grieve, give me something to believe in. The second intifada's drawing near. Leave me to grieve, now the olive branch is broken, and it broke as I shed my tears. Leave me to grieve, give me something to believe in. The branch of evolution drawing near. Thank you very much indeed. And this is Innes White on guitar. Give him a huge big round of applause.
Right. And then, I can't help but notice that there's a wee bit of a cloud there, so I think we should do a wee bit of jigging a bit. Come on, let's get a wee bit warm, cheer your body heat, people! Where's my rattling boys? Come on, get that going! I've got to tell you, it's probably not the best boy band I've ever seen, but there we go. Just had a conversation with one of the next performers, and I said, sorry, it's going to be a bit cold, and she said, I'm fae govern. Kind of look that made you think that woman could melt a snowdrift at 50 paces just with one look. Which I often think is what Mrs. Barbour could have done as well. The great thing about this fabulous statue, when you see it, it's the same size as us. It's not like those statues of men that are glaring down on you from high. It's a woman looking you face to face, but I'll tell you something. She's a woman you wouldn't take an open wage packet back to. Spot the generational difference there. So let's crack on, because we've got a fantastic act for you now. First of all, up on this stage, come along chaps, so you can get yourselves into position. The brassy Glasgow Barons. They're going to be sitting at the back, and they're going to be joined by, in their t-shirted glory, up you come, Right, hands up, how many of you have got thermal knickers on? Knickers? I don't. No, wait till I tell you. I bought these tights, right, and they're the wrong size, and they come up to here. So, in the event of an accident, I'm going to have my knickers up to here. So, it'll keep. What was that? Okay, there's a Scottish style statement that you don't often hear. Apparently, that'll keep my oxters warm. So if you're from Milan or Paris, that's an essential for a Scottish summer, keeping your oxters warm. Now, let's hear a big cheer. See, when I said a big cheer, I meant a cheer you could hear on the underground. Right, come on, let's move around here. Cheer, 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 cheer. The Glasgow Barons, and we got it all to it.
Bella chop, bella chop, bella chop, chop, chop. Bella chop, bella chop, bella chop, chop, chop. We are women and we are marching. Bella chow, bella chow, bella chow, chow, chow. We are marching for liberation, and we will not be denied. We are women and we are singing. Bella chow, bella chow, bella chow, chow, chow. We are singing for liberation, and we will not be denied. and we will not be denied. We are women, and we are dancing, and we will not be denied. Yes, we are women, and we are working, and we will not be
Mrs. Barbour's Army! Make them feel welcome. Open up there, let them through. Get random pipers, let's start clap them in. Down they come. 300 mini army marchers. Right, in you come. Has anybody else got a strange desire for some haggis now? A wee dram in. What, before the sun is over the yard dam? Stupid. A wee dram over Weetabix, mind you, makes it go soggy. Yeah, can we all just move a little bit back if you can? I realise that there's not an awful lot of space there. If all the kids could come in. Yeah. In you come. Perhaps we could just get them around that side as well. Okay. Hi guys. Can we have a huge round of applause as well for the fabulous choir and the Glasgow Barons? Down you go and get your thermals on. Come on. Porridge for breakfast. And still they're coming.
Right down, fill the space. Go right down. Right down.
My floor is so dry, guys.
What's our remote in? Round that way, get you all in.
It's just coming in at the end, at the very bottom, just where my hand is. So this is how much space we need. Squeeze up, children. In we come.
Right down the street, keep it that way. Down the street, that way.
I think we've got the last of them coming in. If the pipe band could go just a wee bit towards the end. Not scary, unless you haven't taken children. Right up, squeeze in.
Hi, Cody!
It's warmer, trust me. Turn your signs down so the crowd can see them as well. Come on, we can get the last of them in. Here we go. Drinking season. Stop drinking season, then. We want justice. Here they come. The last ones are coming in. We want justice. Play that woman. Give that wave. We want justice. we've actually managed to get the entire Barbour's army in. And fantastic, huge round of applause, lots of cheering for the kids that have brought all these fantastic signs and posters. And the spirit of Mary Barbour still lives in this city. Let's hear it cheer for them! Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, it's now time to move to the formal part of the proceedings as we get closer to the unveiling of this fabulous statue. Please, a huge welcome, lots of cheering, let's go well done for Bailey John Kane!
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Govan, and for those people who don't live in Govan, a very special welcome. By the way, if you look around, this is what you're missing every week. We party big style down here. So, special welcome. I'm here just to give a very brief thank you in my role as Treasurer of the Remember Mary Barbour Association. When the idea was first discussed about raising a statue to the great Mary Barbour, one of the first things we had to do was decide on what the right kind of structure was, how we were going to raise the money. And it was obvious it was going to be a fairly expensive project, and in autumn 2014 we finally set up a charity called the Remember Mary Barbour Association. And I'm not going to thank individual organisations or individuals at this stage, they'll be getting a big mention later on, but what I particularly want to do is to thank the very many people from here in Govan who over the period have supported this project in a big way. As I say, we started in the autumn of 2014, and on the 17th of November 2015 we had a great event in the Pearce Institute where we unveiled 5 maquettes. A maquette, to those who haven't seen them, is a small statue, and basically those were the 5 best ideas that 5 very talented sculptors come up with. We then toured those maquettes around Glasgow for 3 months, and at a special gala concert in the fruit market in the spring of 2016 we announced the winner, and the winning sculpture was done by a guy called Andrew Brown, and I'd like you to give Andrew a great big round of applause. Andrew's here with us today. What we didn't know at that time was it was almost as though it was fated to be Andrew Brown. We did a family tree, and with the information that Andrew provided to us, we discovered that his great-grandfather just happened to have been a minister, and you wouldn't believe where. That church just across the road. So Andrew had Govan in his blood somewhere, I think. Just as a wee offshoot to that, when we did another wee bit of research, we discovered that one of Andrew's, the minister's assistants, he got the job after Andrew's great-grandfather left, and a year into the job, his wife produced a wee baby boy. The wee baby boy was called Gordon Brown. Would you believe, the guy who went on to become our Chancellor and our Prime Minister. So there's a good wee bit of history attached to the whole thing. Once the winning sculptor was selected, we then sat down with Andrew and agreed a contract for Andrew to prepare this fantastic sculpture, which you're going to get the privilege of seeing shortly. I've had the benefit of seeing it. I saw it when it was getting put together yesterday, and I hope you're going to be as impressed as I was. There are quite a number of very special people who over the last weeks and months have helped drive this project, and it would be remiss not to thank all the members of the Mary Barbour Committee, my colleagues, and I'm sure that Maria Fife here, when she speaks after me, will also thank. A great deal of work, and a big thanks to everyone. The local housing associations have done a lot of individual small fundraising events to help us, and the bigger ones we'll be mentioning at an event after this. Also, I'd like to thank colleagues from Renfrewshire who are here today. Mary Barbour, as you all know, was born and brought up in Kilbarkin, and it's been great that they've been a part of this venture with us too. The other people my goodness, far too numerous. Over the last few weeks, you knew the date that this was going to be happening, and I suspect that you've come along and you've looked and you've said, where is it? I don't see it yet. Last Thursday, I was on this very site, and as you know, the beast from the east was paying us a visit. The temperatures were very low, the ground was bricked hard, and there was no way that anybody was going to be able to lay the concrete bases that they were going to require. So I was a very worried guy last week, and I can tell you my hairline was receding quicker than the snowline. It almost looked as though it wasn't going to happen. But thank goodness, at the beginning of the week, we managed to get on site, and I would like to thank the brilliant contractors who basically worked their guts out for 3 days to make this happen. So, a big special thanks to my clays, to CBC Stone, to the people at Historic Enterprise Scotland who prepared the plinth, and not least to the people from the foundry through at Powder Hall in Edinburgh, who basically spent all day here yesterday putting the statue together. And when you see it, my goodness, they did a wonderful job. I'd also like to thank all of the people from Fairplay who have basically put together what you've been entertained with already today. And a very, very special welcome to Mary Barbour's Army and all these wonderful children from our local schools. It was always our intention that part of the project would be to make Mary Barbour better known, not only through a statue that everyone is going to see every day they pass by, but by educating our kids and our citizens of the role that Mary Barbour played in helping people, helping to inspire, and our kids, they're going to carry that forward. So thank you so much to everyone for everything that you've done on our behalf, and have a great day. I'm going to pass you on, I think, back on to our MC here. Thank you.
Don't you worry about that technicalities there. Make a applause for John. Keep applauding. Let's try to make some money. There we go. Let's make one kids get the banners up. I like that one. And no pain, no rent. Grammatically incorrect, but never mind, I think we get the point. Welcome back once again to the wonderful song, please, ladies and gentlemen, comedy brothers and sisters, Mary McKinnon!
I think it's starting to rain a wee bit, but well done for braving the cold. At least it's not snowing. I'm going to sing a song that's another song from a woman's perspective. This is a song I wrote for a friend of mine from Chile who was exiled after Pinochet's coup in 1973, and I wrote this song for her birthday, and it's called You're Not Staying, and it's a story about how they ended up in Glasgow as a family. So I hope you enjoy it. I green-eyed child sits on the staircase, asking where her mother's gone. For she went out to work and she hasn't yet come back, and 10 days is far too long. It's a strange week, alright, when your dad leaves in the night with the radio left on. Neighbours say that the soldiers are raiding the houses, but what do they search for in our home? We're not staying, we're not staying, and one day we will return. For it stops our hearts from breaking for the land that we call home. Is seeing documents and files stacked high out in the yard, smoke in the air, and she wakes the glare of the bonfire her brothers made. She didn't recognise their mother when they're all in place together, but you swear she'd aged 10 years. So the things that she's seen and how she was beaten, she'll make sure her children never leave. We're not staying, we're not staying, and one day we will return. For it stops our hearts from breaking for the land that we call home. A green-eyed child is in a strange new world in a town we don't belong. She starts school, but she won't play by the rules, for she hears they're not staying for long. There's no buying of tables and chairs if they're able for their shoes. We're going home. So the suitcases lie packed and ready to fly, and their mother swears it won't be long. We're not staying, we're not staying, and one day we will return. For it stops our hearts from breaking for the land that we call home. We're not staying, we're not staying, and one day we will return. But it stops our hearts from breaking for the land that we call home. Thanks very much.
Cheering! Whoop! Thanks to me! Now then, whoops, hang on, look, I've brought the microphone down now, what's going on, honestly? This fantastic statue, this landmark, this memorial to a great woman, probably wouldn't have happened without another great woman. And it's only right and proper that she addresses us today. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades, brothers and sisters, Maria Fife.
Such a huge crowd, and we all know why we're here today, to celebrate the achievements of Mary Barbour. And it's very fitting it should be an International Women's Day, because she was the woman who led thousands of other women to victory against the greedy landlords. Now, where did all this begin? She was born in Kilbarchan, a town where the weaving industry was up to the fore, and worked in that trade herself. And then when she got married, she came here to Govan, where her husband was working in Fairfield Shipyard. And Mary did not stick to domestic duties, but having she did not, she joined the Co-op Women's Guild, she joined the Independent Labour Party, she got involved with the campaign against the First World War, and along with Helen Crawford and Agnes Doran, she organised a campaign against slum landlords and for good housing to be provided by the corporation. So I think she would be astonished if she was here today to see there are still some landlords charging high-rise rates, and so much else needing done in the way of housing to the benefit of people. So when that campaign took place, it began, as many people know, with the sheer drive to prevent the evictions from taking place. And what happened was, she got the women together to prevent the bailiffs from getting into the house in order to serve the eviction notice. So women, shook rattles, they blew whistles, they banged portlids together, to gather them together when they saw the bailiff coming down the road. And how did they know the bailiff was coming down the road? He was only a man in the area wearing a bowler hat. So they filled up the closest his bodies to stop him getting in, and women in upstairs tenant flats threw all sorts of unhelpful stuff at him over his head. So all these efforts at eviction were so unsuccessful that the landlords thought of a new ploy. They calculated that with men pouring into the city to work in the shipyards and the munitions factories, then the demand for housing would increase. And the demand for housing would increase, they could shove up the rents, because if the sitting tenant wouldn't pay, then some other person would. They thought they were on a winner. What could stop them? The law was on their side. And what they failed to calculate was the existence of Mary Barbour. So then came the great day which we commemorate now, when on the 17th of November 1915, a huge march went through the city, through from Government from Partick and from Clydebank, all heading to the Sheriff Court to campaign against the evictions, against the men taken to court for unpaid rent. And inside the Sheriff Court, they were in a state of anxiety. That big crowd outside, they weren't going to go away. What were they going to do? They phoned London for advice, and Lord George came back to them. I'll start all over again.
No.
So they phoned London. Lloyd George came on the phone to them and said, he'll sort it out. Let tenants go. Let them go free. Abandon the case. And he said, I'll sort something. And he did. Because Christmas the same year, the first ever Rent Restriction Act was passed, forcing rents back to pre-war levels. Not just for Govan, not just for Glasgow, not just for Scotland, but for the whole of the British Isles. That victory was won. So, I have asked myself sometimes, what was Mary Barbour's greatest achievement? And I think of all her achievements, because she went on to be a councillor as well, and then that role, what she did was amazing. She created children's play parks, and the children have free milk that was pure, mother and baby clinics, and she also was one of those who created a family planning clinic right here in Govan, the first ever in Scotland. Now this is a particularly interesting thing, because in the ILP, the men disagreed with this. They thought it was too radical. But the women got together and did it anyway. So, with all that behind her, what was her greatest achievement? I tend to think it was the very fact that she could encourage thousands and thousands of women to fight back and to believe that they could win against injustice. Because it's a lesson for us today too. I hope that people seeing this statue will not only feel proud of their forebears, but see it as an inspiration for the struggles of today. So, I also want to say here the children, what a marvellous turnout of the children here today, with all those placards copying the ones of the time of the rent strike. It's great to see what a great job the churches have done and the children have done together. I think we're proud of our kids in this area, aren't we? So, I want to conclude by thanking all those who have been involved. I can't possibly name them all, it took too long. But to thank them, and to say, also to thank the people of Glasgow and beyond. There are two guys here from Wales today, somewhere in this crowd, because their Union Unite contributed to the fund. So, it's to say thank you to all those who helped us to happen. It couldn't have happened without you bringing in the money. And it only remains for me to say that this statue, which has been in the hands of the Mary Barbour Association, is not going to be in our hands much longer, because we want to gift it to the people of Glasgow, and it is going to be received now by the Lord Provost on behalf of the people of Glasgow. So thank you.
Yeah, yes, I'm just trying to get, yeah, I know. Right.
Start pointing at me.
Yeah, I know, sorry.
Good morning, everyone. It's wonderful to join you here on International Women's Day to remember a formidable woman who made a positive difference of the people of Glasgow and beyond. And being here in Sunnygowan, I keep it Sunnygowan and let's stay like that, okay? I am excited to be here for the unveiling of this permanent memorial to the pioneering community activist Mary Barbour. And my congratulations and thanks to the Remember Mary Barbour Association for its relentless work, raising more than £110,000 for getting this statue here to Govan. Rent strike leader, peace crusader, social pioneer, and one of Glasgow's first women councillors, Mary Barbour remains an inspirational role model for women and girls everywhere, and I am extremely proud. She wasn't just one of the first councillors, she was also the very first bailey in the city, who could then represent on behalf of the Lord Provost. And I was very happy following her footsteps early on in my council career as well. I know that many organisations collaborated to make this happen, including people from across Govan and beyond, as we heard before. The challenges has been very many, with extreme weather last week that threw up quite a few problems. And I know there are people who have been working very, very hard to make this event happen here today. So my thanks go out to the people at LAS and other organisations who have really pulled out all the stops for getting Mary Barbour and her army in place here today. It's also usually fitting that we are gathered on International Women's Day to unveil the statue, showing Mary Barbour's leading campaign is committed to social change. Her historic role in the 1915 rent strike made her local and a national hero. And throughout her life, as we heard from Maria Five, she was continued to campaign against poverty and inequality, calling for maternity benefits, education, equal voting rights, and a national minimum wage. And these are issues that we still have to stand up for today. National minimum wage, rents, controls, etc. There are not issues that has completely gone away yet. So keep on fighting Mary Barbour's army and all who wants to join in.
You move forward a wee bit, honey, please.
It is also important to reflect that this statue represents only the 6th public statue dedicated to women in Glasgow. 3 of them are honoured are honouring Queen Victoria. So get a fourth woman in place on a statue here in Glasgow is a great feature, and we hope there will be many, many more coming after this as well. Sculpture Andrew Brown's remarkable memorial to Mary Barbour and her army captures the essence of all those who dared to try to change the world. And I know there are many people here in this audience who still want to change the world, and I dare you all to do it. Like the women, girls, men and boys we are witnessing today, committed to the Me Too and Time's Up movement. On behalf of the city, I am honoured, deeply honoured, on behalf of the city and its citizens, absolutely are the main people who make Glasgow, the people of Glasgow. I am very honoured to accept this monument on behalf of all of us. To the governed school children who will perform the unveiling, and everyone here, I trust you will be inspired to continue to press for progress this year's hashtag for International Women's Day. And we'll do that with unveiling this fantastic statue. Thank you very much.
So you can get a good view of it. So, we're going to unveil the statue, tension is mounting. Let's do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is gorgeous. Oh, Provost matching hat. How cool is that?
Sorry.
Sorry, can I just...
Yeah.
To keep ourselves alive, we were putting up the covers to buy the scraps of wood. And we put the rates up just because we could. Oh, the factories were humming, there was overtime galore, but wages they were driven down to subsidise the poor. Good Mrs. Barbour made her sense well, and she said, I hope the house at last she said, I can't be much. 'Cause I'm beloved, where you're departed. Let's say here's the rent of me, noise beginning up, the song that was. Her song is coming, Barbour, Mrs. Barbour's on the when you can. Mrs. Barbour needs a post the same remote violence. They chopped on every door of every garden. She said, but the sun that went there, yeah, you will buy the truck. We're running to see, so back and all the way to me. Where the pain was over, when the was by the flag of blue. My imagine things that you just want to do. Listen, Barbour, organize the day, the past, and the hospital, the city, and the boys and driving. It's on the government. Where you're the Barbour's army spread through Glasgow like the plague. Against the greedy masons who keep grinding down the poor. If you want to stop conscription, start and right the profiteers. Think the hate like bloody Santa, crashing down our own areas. We'll no stars and Mrs. Barbour love and Mary Barbour and dancing out to me. The husband was like water. Sally's Barbour.
Thanks there to big round of applause here for the Glasgow Barons and the Governor Sorts. It looks like Mrs. Barbour's army has been taken under arrest. One last, come on, get those posters up. Wow! Stop increasing the rate, we want justice, we will never give up. We're going to have to march you back now into the hands of education and we'll change the world. Thank you so much everyone for joining us. As soon as we can, we'll get the space cleared so each and all of you can come and see this fantastic addition to the Glasgow landscape and a memorial to an incredible woman. Thank you for joining us here today for the unveiling of the Mary Barbour Statue. Thank you once again.